All right, welcome back to another episode of the Antidote podcast. It's been a slow week this week. Seems like everyone's off on the beach getting tan somewhere. Although today's pretty buzzy, which is nice to see. Since we don't have our usual crew today, by that I mean Ben is in fact off on a beach somewhere. Won't dox him. But we thought it'd be cool to give you guys a bit of just an update of what's coming up shortly at Antidote, what we got planned for the rest of the summer and into Q4. Here with Charlie.
Hello, everyone. Yeah.
The man, the mustache, the legend.
My camera debut.
Finally on the other side of the camera. Charlie's massively leveled us up, and stay tuned. We have more improvements planned. Next super exciting thing we have coming up is Demo Day, which will be the second week of September. I've been working on this one for a long time. This is our inaugural Demo Day, which is where our incubated startups present themselves to the world. To a small room of investors. We will be recording their pitches and their demos. So stay tuned for those online. And it is a closed event. But if you are an investor and you're interested in Bitcoin-powered fintech startups, check out our Luma page and register. We have a really great lineup. Enclavia, which does secure enclave infrastructure made as simple as pushing a Docker image. Evoke, which does digital asset intelligence and accounting for fiduciaries and fund administrators. And Kute Wallet, a non-custodial wallet looking to be a one-stop financial app for the young generation. We're super excited about the teams. They've done really well coming out of the program. Feeling very bullish. If you can't make Demo Day and you are an investor, reach out to them or us, as Demo Day is kind of the official launch of all of their pre-seed fundraisers. So they are looking for capital. So if any of those are interesting to you, please reach out.
Also, for anyone that's not an investor, we'll be recording all the presentations if you're interested in what's going on in Antidote.
Yeah, absolutely. They're also, I think, hiring. At least most of them are, or looking to. So if those projects seem interesting to you from a working on a perspective, also reach out. We will get a careers page up soon. Right now we have one up, but it's just the Antidote openings. We'll get one up for all of our portfolio company openings as well, so you can browse that. Another related update is we are extending the cohort 2 application deadline to the end of the year. We got a little bit busy with Project Safety Net coming out of this quarter, so we decided it would just make a little bit more sense, as we want them to be part of the second cohort, to give us a little bit more time to get that off the ground. If you guys are unaware, you haven't heard, you can read more about it on antidotebtc.com/ideas/safetynet. But it's basically for now, Mac OS orchestration self-custody solution where we try to eliminate the need for seeds, a little bit of the BitKey ethos, but also eliminate any dedicated hardware. And we're just piggybacking off of the ultra-secure hardware you already have at home. So your iPhone, your MacBook, iPad, Apple Watch, Apple TV, you name it. If you're interested, please visit the page and apply. That's actually, we've received quite a few applications, some very promising ones, and the project is in full swing.
Yeah.
We have Alekos leading the charge on the cryptography front, and he's already squirreling away on that front. We got some UI started as well. So we're going to start testing, and we'll probably, we're still accepting applications, so please apply. But we'll probably start getting back to people in the next couple of weeks to try to formalize the team, In the next month or so, that'd be cool.
And also, are we looking for just general feedback from people as well?
Absolutely.
That would be great. We'll keep everyone updated on our socials and these videos. And please leave comments and let us know what you think of the project as it goes on.
Yeah. I mean, right now you can visit, it's more of just the idea, but very soon, hopefully, we'll have some sort of a prototype for you guys to play with as well. The idea is that it's very user-centric focused. We're targeting the masses here. We think it's an important mission to bring self-custody to non-technical users. If we want Bitcoin to scale in that way, we definitely need some more user-friendly, non-technical solutions. So that's the problem we're trying to solve. So we wanted to take the chance to give a little bit of a refresher on how Antidote helps founders specifically. As London's Bitcoin hub, there's a lot of things going on all the time, which Charlie and Leah are doing an amazing job.
Trying our best.
of leading on the event and community front. But in our core, when Ben and I started the project, we're both kind of we're older than we'd like to admit, and have a lot more battle scars than we'd like to admit. But we're finance guys at heart. We worked a long time in mergers and acquisitions. Ben went off to invest as a venture capitalist for a few years before he joined Zebedee startup himself. So he's been on both sides of the building and the investing. I left M&A to build a business as well. So how we wanted to help the Bitcoin community is basically bridge the technology with commercial chops by educating founders, providing them capital, providing them a network. We obviously set up this office space, which founders are free to use. We're constantly trying to bring in more resources, like a content engine that Charlie's spearheading, which is awesome. Like this studio, for example.
Furniture coming soon.
And basically, we ended up on like a Y Combinator targeted for Bitcoin companies, where we take a small group of founders through a 3-month program where we kind of go over the pitfalls and I guess best practices, even though that's kind of a strange term for it because every startup is different, so it doesn't really exist, but kind of mistakes to avoid, things to focus on, things to not waste your time on. And the idea is that we just try to help you get there faster, get to a point where you can present to a pre-seed investor and your ideas and your project is looking good enough that they're like, yeah, for sure. No brainer. But essentially the program goes through identifying ideal customers, how to target who you're selling to, how to go about building your product, what to build, what not to build, how to kind of timescale that and roadmap it. Going to market, what kind of channels you have to reach your customers, how to go about hiring in the early days when you don't necessarily have all the resources you'd want, financial modeling, which is something we find founders really overlook, but it's such an incredibly powerful tool, not just for fundraising, but as an operator yourself. It really is a cheat code, and that's something we focus on quite a bit. And then eventually just preparing you as a founder to go out and start raising. So help you get your data room in really good shape, practice your pitching, understanding how much money you're going to need, what you're going to need to spend it on, just kind of demystifying those early days of a startup. We're always so kind of impressed at how capable, smart, ambitious, and technically able the Bitcoin builders are, but there's always a little bit of a commercial piece missing, right?
Yeah, I get you.
And it's if you want to build a business that has a venture scale outcome, which I think a lot of these ambitious founders do. Like we're not in a hyper Bitcoinized world yet. OpEx is in fiat. You got to raise money from traditional VCs if you really want to get your product out there to a wider audience than just like hardcore Bitcoiners. So we kind of try to bridge that gap. We set up the office deliberately here in Haddon Garden between Shoreditch and Mayfair. Shoreditch being where kind of the hotspot for fintech startups, where all the development talent is, where all the ambitious founders are, and Mayfair, where all the money is. So we're a few tube stops away from either side. So it kind of symbolizes what we're trying to do.
Are you looking for businesses that are initially Bitcoin businesses, or can you find, if someone is interested, like I have this business, but I want to implement Bitcoin, is that something you can also help with?
Absolutely. So our scope on the investing side and the incubation side is very broadly Bitcoin-powered fintech. So anything that uses or could potentially use Bitcoin as a payment rail. We've brought up a few times the creator economy use case. We feel like there's a lot of things happening there. It's a bit of a shame there's no better example yet, but OnlyFans for other use cases, we think is a very good use case for something like Bitcoin as a payment rail. Any internet native fintech, anything with agentic payments that's servicing the emerging agentic web, which every week seems to be just like 10xing.
Getting bigger every week.
Exactly. Just things going on there. Bitcoin as an asset as well, credit products, accounting solutions, treasury management solutions, anything really that touches Bitcoin or could potentially touch Bitcoin, we're all about. So, I mean, even if it's not necessarily if it doesn't use Bitcoin under the hood, that's fine, so long as
there's scope for it.
There's scope for it, or you're servicing the ecosystem at large. Our investors' mission is just to increase the proliferation of Bitcoin adoption. So that's the mission we're on. For example, Enclavia, Alekos's product doesn't really have anything to do with Bitcoin, even though he's probably the most hardcore Bitcoiner of the bunch. There's a lot of use cases for secure enclaves as a one-stop shop infrastructure solution, but it just so happens that Bitcoiners and Bitcoin companies as a very obvious use case. So I think of his initial customers, most of them are Bitcoin companies. Since we are servicing the Bitcoin ecosystem, if you are a Bitcoiner, if you're a founder, if you're a developer, a product person, a salesperson, anybody that wants to work in the Bitcoin ecosystem, you don't necessarily have an idea yet, but you're kind of looking for that idea or you're looking for that project, swing by, visit us. We publish our open days on Luma.
13th of October is our next open day.
You can get in touch with us on
the team at antidotebtc.com.
Yeah.
That's good.
You can email us.
X
as well. Or just pop by. We're putting a lot of effort into trying to match ideas with teams. We think that's there's a lot of opportunity doing that. That's why we set up our /ideas page on the website. So if you have an idea, but you're not necessarily the person to build it, please reach out as well. Because we're just trying to combine everything and create a platform for these projects to take off.
A developer melting pot.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Which reminds me, we are also working on a co-founder matching platform. So that there you'll be able to apply whether or not you have an idea or you're actively working on a project. But the idea is that, and we kind of firmly believe this as well, the archetype of a team that is most likely to succeed is probably a team, and it doesn't need to be two people, but that is equal parts sales and equal parts builders, developers. We joke in our program that in the early days, the only thing you need to be worried about is finding product market fit, and that's literally building product and finding a market that fits the product. So shipping product or selling selling that product you're shipping. Until you find, until you build the product that the people you're selling to want, nothing else really matters. So you need to change something here or change something here. So that's what this co-founder matching platform is aimed at solving, is kind of getting the salespeople and the builders together, whether or not you have an idea. But we think that combination is extremely strong.
Yeah, just making that bridge, I guess. Just
exactly
make it.
Exactly, especially with the tools these days, like Claude and Codex, Grok now. Actually, surprisingly,
really?
Elon. A lot of haters out there, but he just might figure it out. I don't know. I've been super impressed with Grok on the AI side. It's just so much cheaper, and the quality seems to be catching up really quickly. They're shipping like crazy. They shipped Grokbot, which is like a Claude agent. I don't know what the OpenAI equivalent would be, but like the Hermes, OpenClaw, kind of do stuff beyond code for me.
Yeah.
They launched that, I think, this week. During the GitHub outage, they launched a GitHub competitor as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Cursor, I mean, that team is just so impressive. And they're shipping like crazy. So off on a tangent, but the tools are there. As long as you have some capability on your team to ship and some capability on your team to sell, please reach out, get in touch. Whether you have an idea or not, it's never too early. We back guys like right in the beginning of the journey. To apply, just visit our website. The apply button is like the main call to action. But there's other ways to get in touch as well. So please get in touch.
You go, I'll put like a big flashy thing on the screen maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Please do. Any parting words for our listeners on the beach?
Listeners on the beach? What, Ben?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess thank you for listening.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll just continue making more content, making sure the podcast room gets better. And yeah, it'll be up for hire soon.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the plan. So if you have a podcast idea or you're looking for a new studio to record your podcast in, please send us a message. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, Charlie's kitted it out. We got multiple cameras in here, multiple mics, lights. About to get some nice new furniture. So yeah, if you want to create this type of content and you don't have a place to do it, this room will be for hire. So don't hesitate.
Thank you for listening. And yeah, see
you guys next week.
See you next week.
Enjoy the beach and the cocktails.